All right. You're hot.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thought you'd like to hear that.
Yeah, I know. Welcome back to the Outdoor Drive podcast. Thanks everybody for listening to us fucking idiots every day, every weekend, every week, whenever you do. If you want to see our
Whenever,
faces,
whenever you have your off time that people aren't around.
that's right. Why don't you, if anybody wants to see our beautiful, lovely faces instead of hearing our sexy jazz voices, as Steven would say, you can join us on the YouTube side, the Outdoor Drive podcast on YouTube. And we do have a video cast for you that are just joining in with us. So you can kind of see our ugly mugs. But what's up, dude?
Nothing, man.
It's so nice, man. We're getting so much closer to rut, pre-rut kind of things are starting to kick off here, and the scrapes. So this is your boy East Coast Trev and
Steve on a chair.
just fucking Steve. Still Steve. Oh, nice, bro. Appreciate it.
The Steve on a
So-
chair. And in the videos, I'm Steve in a tree. And when we're driving, it's Steve on the road, or it's just Steve, whatever the hell I'm doing.
Scuba Steve, if you're swimming.
Scuba Steve. I have actually growing up I went by that was Scuba Steve, the whole Big Daddy thing.
That's crazy.
So all the friends
You
and
admit
family,
that?
it was, oh, I do.
That's good.
Steve, damn you. Because that's usually what people said when I came around.
That's it. I love it, dude. It's fucking great. So what's new in the world of Steve?
Oh, broken trucks and long work hours and not.
Why don't you
nearly
explain a little bit
as I
what
want.
happened to you? Because you were going
Oh.
out hunting, and I'm
I
switching
was,
glasses here. I got a couple things, Sorry.
yeah, all that healthy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So spent the weekend in Pennsylvania. Went up, had to do some work up on the farm, and you can't go to the farm during hunting season and not take the bow. So we went and we hunted Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, and we were going to try to hunt Monday because you can't hunt Sundays there, at least not that Sunday. And that hurricane.
Oh, because you guys just got the Sundays.
Yeah, Pennsylvania
A
just
couple
got
of
3
them here and there.
Sundays.
That's awesome.
And it didn't fall on any of the archery weekends, so go figure. So while we were up there, we did some hunting. Friday night, I went and set up in a place that I had hunted last year, and I was 40 yards off from the right place. Had a beautiful 10-point come in, probably 140s, and he crossed out.
You didn't tell me this? What the fuck?
Went out into some a big autumn olive area where the does bed. And he popped back out right at shooting light, ended. Grabbed my bow, couldn't see my pins. Was just past time of legal light. And I was like, son of a gun. So I had to watch him walk by at 15 yards, walk into the pine grove. So this year I set up where I should have been. And the only thing that came out was a little 6-pointer, It had eye guards about an inch, and it was basically a main beam going straight up and curling with a G2 that may have been an inch and a half. So let him walk, saw a shit ton of does, saw a lot of spikes the rest of the weekend. Every hunt we saw deer, but nothing either legal or worth shooting. So with the storms coming in Monday up there, I just said to hell with it, came home Sunday afternoon, and the plan was to hunt right at the end of the rain up where you got your doe. And loaded the truck up, got everything good, hit the road, stopped and got gas. And about 7 miles down the road, the truck just took a shit on me. Just completely shut off.
Damn.
I was like, damn it. What now? Pulled over, checked everything out. Everything was good. Tried to crank it. I was like, it's not getting fuel. It's getting spark. It's trying to turn over. Everything's good, but it's not getting fuel. So we got it picked up, sent back, and got it confirmed today. Yes, the fuel pump went out. And I've expected this for a while now. 2 years ago, it gave me some issues, but it quit. And yesterday it said, you're not going hunting. So it gave me a little lip.
Damn, that sucks, man. That'll ruin an entire hunt. Because when you were texting me, you're like, "Oh, it's over before it started," and told me to start. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, and it would have been so perfect. The deer were moving everywhere.
Ugh.
Got the wife out to the blind. And after she came and picked me up, I shot her out there at 5:30 and said, just get in there and wait and see. Something may happen. Everything's right. Right wind. It was interfacing the blind. Pressure was high. The rain was just ending. I was like, they're going to come in. Well, at 6:00, it came in. That buck she's been waiting on. But instead of walking down the normal path and going 20 yards in front of the blind, it cut behind her and walked 5 feet behind the blind.
Jesus.
And as he walked by, he kind of just did a little scent check-in and knew something was up. But he never blew, never flagged, nothing. He just kind of skipped back on off from behind the food plot and off the property. She didn't even know it was there till I texted her and said, you realize that buck was standing 5 feet behind you, right?
Damn.
She said, no, I didn't hear anything.
Ugh.
Yeah, he was there.
That sucks, man.
So it was a wild night. But at the end of the day, the truck's going to get fixed and it'll be a little more reliable. So don't have to worry about it dying on me out there where we have no signal. And
well, good luck. What happens if you were driving into Ohio?
Well, luckily there's service most of the way once you get past that hillbilly area in West Virginia. And at that point, luckily I got good insurance. So they can haul me to a shop. But probably because of this, I'll end up taking the Jeep. I have nothing against throwing a big old bloody mess in the bed of the Jeep and then just washing it out later.
I got a rental guy. I don't give a fuck.
Fair enough.
We'll send. Oh, man, that sucks. Well, I'm glad that at least it's fixed. You don't have to worry about it. And it is what it is, right?
Yeah. I mean it's hunting. It's hunting. What do you expect? You get out, you get around, you do things. Things are going to happen. So.
Well, at least you're leaving them a little bit, and you can go and attack them a little bit closer to the pre-rut, and hopefully something's really turning in on there and be able to kill something.
Oh, yeah. Well, tomorrow the weather looks really good. So
I know.
We got pressure coming up, temps coming down. Winds are going to be absolutely great to be on the opposite side as where you were. And it basically lower down the hill from where you were. So the scent's playing down to that bottom instead of the top. And I think we're going to have a hell of a good time in that little grove.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. I hope you get in there and fucking shoot a giant. I know they're in there. They're definitely in there.
I'll go in there and I'm going to kill every doe that walks by.
Yeah. How you giving enough tags?
I got to stack that freezer meat, man.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I actually, speaking the doe that I shot there, we came home and we made up some sweet sausage with some fresh stuff. Actually, I take this all back. So I didn't do shit. I was at work this weekend, and Michelle ended up texting me and was like, hey, I'm going down to Caddy Cowboys to help him cut up his deer. Do you want me to cut up yours too? And I was like, all right.
Okay.
So she ended up she took the whole deer with her, and she ended up linking it up for sausage, made sweet sausage out of it, and I didn't have to do a fucking thing. It was great. It was awesome. The two of them took care of it. They put all kinds of fresh ingredients in it. Yeah, we ended up having that for dinner tonight.
Right. Hell yeah.
So that was kind of cool. With everything kind of going on, I haven't hunted. When was the last time? Fuck. It's been some time since I've hunted. I came home from Virginia. I don't think I've hunted since I've been home from Virginia.
Well, just the doe you got with Seth.
Oh, that was a whole different ballgame, bro. So I haven't hunted since I came home. And we've been waiting a lot of the cameras, yeah, they've been hitting, but they really haven't been hitting. So we wanted to kind of move them because the food sources have changed. They're going from that food to bedding is now changed to more or less they're now doing their kind of like semi pre-rut shit. And they're not
the
going
October
to the cornfield. Yeah, the lull. So we decided that with the rain coming, we had 2 days of rain yesterday and today. And we were going to get in there and move some cameras. Well, so we went to the first plot to go pull 2 cameras off of there, which is a good spot. And I'm still going to hunt it and stuff. But it was just not worth having 2 cameras up there. So we went in there, and Seth had brought his bow. And I went up one side of the peninsula. He went up the other side. And we tried wind bumping him off of the island onto him.
Yep.
And there was actually 2 of them came up from behind him. and I could hear it, and he fucking shot. And he calls me and he's like, dude, I shot a tree, man. I fucking missed, blah, blah, blah. I said, what is wrong with you, bro? Constantly, like, you missed a doe the other day. I said, you got to get your shit together, man. Calm down. What happens when we put one of these big public land bucks in front of you? Like, you need to calm down, focus. It happens, I know, but get your shit together. And so I was motherfucking him as I was walking to the tree. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is my hunting partner. What the fuck? And which is whatever, but it is what it is.
You got to bust his balls.
Of course. And so I got the camera and I started walking back towards him and hopefully bumping another one. And so I get halfway there and I was like, all right, man, I'm almost to you, bro. I said, just keep a watch out. He's like, dude, actually, kind of funny thing is I walked down to where I shot and there's like a half of arrow. I can't find the other half. And I'm like, all right. So I said, I'm on my way. And he's like, okay. And he's like, oh, I found blood and it ran towards you. And I looked down and there's just fucking blood everywhere. I'm like, oh my God. Is it he smoked this thing? So he ends up come to find out that he shot there was a doe looking straight at him. He's like, now or never, aimed for the center of the chest, fucking let it rip. And sent the Zeus right through the fucking sternum of the deer. And the deer didn't go more than 50 yards and piled right up.
Nice.
Completely just smashed this thing. And it was kind of funny. So when we were actually looking at it, I was like, I put my finger inside the hole and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, are you sold on the Zeus's? And he's like, yeah, I'm sold. And I go, are you sure? He goes, yeah. I go, put your finger in here. So he puts his finger in here. I said, if a regular broadhead was to hit where that hit, it would have deflected off to the left-hand side, and it would have went down in the pocket, and he would have never killed that deer. When he had hit it, he hit it right dead smack center in the hardest part of it, and it completely blew through it. And it went right through the center, and it ended up heart punching the deer. But you could tell that it was using with that hybrid technology that it had used it properly because the springs were actually loose. So it actually collapsed down to the
Yeah, and slid right through.
And if it was a regular broadhead, on the angle that it was would have deflected to the left-hand side because you can feel that it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could feel that it kind of was starting to go that way, but it ended up going right in. So it was kind of like, it was a little bit offset and it was starting to go off this way, but it would have like deflected off, but instead it went straight in. And another broadhead may or may not have been able to do that, but that one definitely did. So
I bet you a rage would have bent in half and gone about 2 inches and stopped.
It's crazy. He wouldn't have gotten the penetration that he had gotten with any other broadhead, in my opinion. That's my opinion, and my opinion doesn't mean anything, but it was cool that he was able to knock down the deer. But this is the deal with that. So we were on public land, and it's far as fuck in where we were, A. And B, we had to cross a river with a kayak. So now we have to pack it out and put it on the kayak. But both of us forgot our knives. So we didn't even have a knife. So we had to drag this thing out completely full of guts and then put it in the kayak and cross the river with it, which is whatever, man. I'm glad that it wasn't a big buck, but it is what it is. So we ended up getting all the cameras changed and everything. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. Fishing's incredible right now. The black fishing is hands down insane. We beat the shit out of them. We did two trips on Saturday. The wind was bad on Friday. We had trips on Saturday. They were bad on Saturday. We ended up fishing on Sunday. We got 2 6-man limits while we were out there. And it was just lock and load the whole entire time. So there's a ton of them. And we were fishing 15 to 20 feet of water in some of these rock piles. And I don't know if any of you guys ever caught tog before, but hand for hand, it's probably, if you were to catch, Steve, to kind of reference to kind of your world, a smallmouth that was 15 pounds.
Jesus.
That's what it's like.
I gotcha.
It's just they're just like a smallmouth, man. They're just built like a smallmouth, all muscle, big auger tails on them like a smallmouth, and these things they're fucking incredible, dude. Getting them out of the rocks, fucking get on them, So they're badass. They're definitely a blast to catch. So I'm excited for that. The stripers have kind of moved out. I've normally around the first big storm of October, things kind of start to shut down, and we've kind of had that. So
Nice.
the bass just kind of aren't there, but they are. But now it's time to focus on big whitetails.
Nice. Well, as we switch our focus real quick, you want to do me a favor and turn that up? I hear something in the background.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. All right, let's turn it up.
Hey everyone, Mike here with some news for your cruise. Let's kick this one off in Idaho, where another state fishing record has fallen. This time on the Snake River, which actually has boasted the last three Yellowstone cutthroat trout state records in Idaho. And this time it was fly fishing guide Nate Burr of Rexburg who caught and released a 31-inch Yellowstone cutthroat trout, which breaks the 30.5-inch record, which was set just on August 7th of this year. So congratulations to Nate on an amazing fish. Now off to Arizona, where the decision has been made to remove bison from the northern rim of Grand Canyon National Park. Skilled sharpshooters will get the first opportunity next fall to help reduce the bison herd. Officials have said for people not to call or write asking to volunteer, as those details are still being worked out. Existing hunting tags for areas adjacent to the park are hugely popular in the area, but the animals now largely spend their time within the park where hunting is prohibited. Grand Canyon has shipped out bison over the last 2 years, but not nearly enough to reduce the herd down to around the goal of 200 head, where the herd is currently believed to be around 600 head. Those chosen as potential volunteers will be vetted by Grand Canyon and Game and Fish Department officials. They will need to prove firearms proficiency, pass a federal background check, and must have their own gear and firearm. Once selected, 3 volunteers will work in a team with a support crew overseen by a National Park Service employee to search out bison over a 1-week period. Most of this work will be on foot in elevations of 8,000 feet or better between October and May, when the road leading to the northern rim is closed. The Park Service would select the age and sex of the bison that are going to be targeted during this operation. Non-motorized carts, sleds, and livestock will be used to transport the bison to the nearest road. The number of bison allowed to be shot by each team would be dependent upon the number of skilled volunteers that are chosen for the program. The volunteers will be able to keep one carcass, but not necessarily the carcass the bison that they shoot. The Park Service employees are prohibited from volunteering for this, and tribes will be given equal opportunity to participate in the lethal culling through separate packs. Officials stress that this is lethal removal and not a hunt, and the agreement is in place for 5 years. And other details are expected to be released sometime next year about this lethal removal and more information on the volunteer opportunities. So now off to New Jersey, back east here, where the bear season started this week. Unfortunately, this could be the last bear season in New Jersey. Bear hunting in New Jersey has long been a controversial topic, and Governor Phil Murphy has previously said he opposes the hunt, and in 2018 signed an executive order eliminating bear hunting on all state lands. Until now, the governor's hands were kind of tied due to the current 5-year management plan, which was approved in 2015. An amendment to the state's game code suspending the bear season has been proposed and will be taken up by the New Jersey Fish and Game Council. The proposal would suspend the bear hunt after the 2020 season and remove the current bear management policy from the game code. It would then develop a new policy focused on non-lethal management. And although the governor has spoken as if this change is certain, the proposed amendment is still subject to public hearing and testimony from the public. And New Jersey DEP has said a public hearing will be held virtually on November 4th at 2 p.m. And written comments can be submitted electronically until December 4th at https://nj.gov facebook.com/DEP/rules/comments. Everyone get those comments in. As I said, New Jersey has had a lot of controversy over this bear hunt since its inception in the early 2000s. And this is a big threat to that bear season coming to an end. So if you hunt in New Jersey, or if you want to hunt in New Jersey, or just have any opinions on whether or not this should continue, please write in your comments, or if you can, attend that virtual public hearing on November 4th, because the opponents will be there. So now on to some good news. Lastly, here in Vermont, with a big buck record, Steve LaFar, who shot an 8-point buck that dressed out at 263 pounds initially. After inspection and removal of some lung material from the cavity, the official weight came in at 260 pounds clean dressed. This deer will now be the state archery record for weight in Vermont, and congratulations to Steve on a bruiser of a buck. So with that, as always, if you have any news, please send it along to Mike Salter on Facebook or bearded_bowhunter21 on Instagram. And with that, enjoy the rest of your ride.
Good old Mike Salter, man. That's pretty crazy about the New Jersey thing. I can't believe that.
Sadly, I can.
Yeah. I'm
With
trying to
the
get rid of the
chaos.
bear hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So
Yeah.
I hope maybe there's some type of chance of a turnaround for that, but we'll see what ends up happening. New Jersey's in for it. Not good. The Zeus crew better watch out.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with it. Hopefully there's some pushback on it, and we'll go from there.
For sure, man.
So,
Well, should we maybe say hello to our partners and friends?
absolutely. Couldn't do it without them.
All right. Well, first comes first. We will welcome our newest sponsor, actual sponsor, not a partner, a sponsor, Timbered Tumblers. If you guys haven't checked them out, these are pretty badass. Mine's custom with my name on it. Outdoor Drive Podcast. There actually is a link on his page to it's timberedtumblers.com, and you can actually pre-order or order the Outdoor Drive Podcast tumblers if you guys haven't already. I know Steven's got one, Kim's got one, Michelle's got one. I still have Ghosts and Mrs. Ghosts. They're still here. I'll have to get those over to them, but we definitely do have those. And we also may or may not have something badass coming from Timbered Tumblers also that will soon to be on our new website, by the way. And I won't reveal any more of that. So if you guys haven't checked them out, they're custom tumblers. You can get them in Yeti. You can get them in all kinds of crazy stuff with your own personal logo, with your name. He's doing the new ones, the fishing lure ones. He's got some badass shit. Follow him on Instagram, on Facebook, or go on over to timbertumblers.com and check him out. Nor'easter game calls. Get him in close. Your custom grunt calls. He's actually been doing a ton of duck calls because now it's duck season. You name it, he makes it over there. As far as it goes to custom calls for your coyote calls, because it's about to be that coyote time. You want to do custom pens, go check him out. It's got everything. Nor'eastergamecalls.com. Do not forget to check out the Evo series. And I think there may or may not be some of the Rosewood left. I'm not really sure. Last I knew there was
there were
couple.
one or two left. So
Okay. They're there.
the
Make sure you go
Honduran
and get them.
maple burl wood.
It's pretty badass. You got one.
I do. I'd
The
show
Rosewood.
it to you, but it's packed up in my bag.
I know, mine too, man. I got some other ones. I got ones that when we first started that.
The blood series.
Yeah, the blood series, the non-blood series. If you guys didn't check out the video today, I put on the Instagram and on Facebook. Did you see that?
Oh,
That was the original grunt call. And when Ethan was up here, he's Mark's good buddy, helps him out in the shop and stuff. Ethan was up here hunting, and he had dropped one 2 years ago in the woods. Last year, he was up in the trail, and he looked down, and there was his grunt tube, picked it up, and he was still able to work. So go and check him out, nor'eastergamecalls.com, the place for all of your custom game call needs. Wicked and Twisted Bowstrings, wickedandtwistedbowstrings.com. Use the promo code Outdoor Drive 10, capital O, capital D on that one. 10. Save yourself 10%. You can order them and have them shipped to you right online, which are pretty badass. Steven's got a set of those. I have not put a set on my bow just yet, but I have in the past.
It's coming.
My Cure does not have them, but my Synergy does, which they are very badass. So make sure to get over there and check those out. Also, Broadside Camo, broadsidecamo.com. They are the best aerial hunting clothing. I have been able to hunt in both my Ascender sweatshirt, the Versa series, the Versa Light series. Well, it's the Versa Light series. Sorry, the Ascender series. They're badass. They're so warm. It's incredible. And what he's made on the innovative side of your aerial hunting with the pockets in the front for your bridge, for your saddle hunting, and then he's got a cut in the back for your harness. Pretty badass. It's good shit. Very high quality, waterproof, and it's definitely warm as fuck.
I was looking forward to really testing that hoodie in the rain yesterday, but
oh yeah, that's right. It was raining there.
Yeah. Oh well.
I can't wait, dude. I'm gonna have that this rut season. I cannot fucking wait. Somebody once told me that it's just as good and just as warm as Sitka gear, but we'll see how that goes.
We'll test it.
I know it's fucking warm in the early season. Out on the limb, mfg.com. They are the place with everything that you could possibly imagine when it comes to sticks, platforms, saddle hunting, self-filming. They have a little bit of anything and everything, and he does a ton of custom work on stands and you name it. Go and check them out. Out on the limb, mfg.com. Also, Wild Edge Inc., the leader in mobile hunting. They have the Wild Edge steps. They have a bunch of ropes, Kong ducks. There may be some new shit coming out with them. Just keep your eyes peeled. He's got the perch with the Out on the Limb bracket on it. So go and check them out, wildedgeinc.com. Oh, going back on that. The Broadside Camo one, the promo for that one is Outdoor Drive. So you spend $45 and you get something for free. So those are our friends. Those are people who love us. So go and check them out.
Well, speaking of people who love us, this guy probably doesn't love us, but he is waiting patiently.
So. Oh, is he? Is he still there waiting patiently?
Yeah,
Poor guy.
There. Should we go ahead and let him in?
Let's let him in.
All right, brother. Let's bring him on.
Nice shot. Here comes a shooter. Shooter. Big buck. Stag.
All right, we're back on the phone with our man, the myth, the legend, Wade Bormann. What's up, buddy?
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Dude, anytime.
Hey, thanks for joining us, bud.
So it's been a while since we've done this last. No one's drinking Shabin, are we?
No Shabin drinking here. Wrong party. Nope. Different crew.
So we got a new saying. It goes, shut up.
It's actually shh, don't tell anybody. Oh man.
You know what? I never got my free sampler from D-Rock of Shabin, so I'm guessing I'm probably not getting that anytime soon.
Oh man.
Maybe in 10 to 12.
Yeah. 12 to 15. We really got to start the party off like this.
Yeah, not anymore. We're good. I just had to do one plug. That was it.
Of course. I love it, man. Why don't you tell everybody who you are, where you're from, man, and what you do?
Well, I don't do a whole lot.
Well,
I
we
mean,
all know that.
I'm calling
No, just-
bullshit.
Right now, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm second beer into a 12-pack. So once that gets done, I might be doing a lot more than that. Who knows? No, from Eastern Iowa, started a company, Gator Outdoors, a little over a year ago. It's taken off pretty fast. We got a lot of people now on board with us. It's been fun. It's actually been a fun ride. I mean, you guys were there since day one. I mean, since we really started it, so you can't complain there. But we've been through a lot of different transitions of what and who we're going to be, and I really feel like that's just somehow how companies work, and you find out, who you're going to be later on down the road. But like I told you guys before we got on this podcast, that we have a lot of big changes coming. We're going to wait for that conversation down the road, but basically just a lifestyle brand company selling outdoor gear. Actually, I was at the ATA show. I can't remember if I was in Kentucky or Indianapolis. 6 years ago, 5, I can't remember which one we were at. And I remember telling somebody my idea of this brand, this company I wanted to start. And the guy next to me goes, "That will never happen. That will never work." And I go, "Oh, that's fine." I went straight home right away, bought a website, went nuts. Just kind of, wanted to set the stage. And for a while, I didn't do anything with it because I didn't really know where to go. And so last year, I decided to dive deep and partner. Actually, my family runs a graphic design company and embroidery company for a lot of the outdoor industry businesses around here. So in our area, and actually probably in the East Coast as well, but I decided, hey, you know what? I'm kind of going to mesh my brand with yours, just as kind of not so much as a crutch, but kind of as a market where everybody, can kind of relate to, and I don't know, spend money in a direction where it would relate to what I believe in the outdoors. So we kind of did that at first. Then I got kind of big enough where, hey, we can be a dealer, we can add brands, let's do that. Did that. That took off really well. But now it's kind of the point where, all right, we're getting pretty big. We need a building, we need a facility, we need a studio, we need to do this. So we're in the stages of that. So come December, we're going to roll out something completely different, but still Gator. And it's going to be more relatable to everybody else. And I think it's going to make more sense and be more driven to the point of the outdoor industry for everyone to understand. This is the plan anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a badass thing since you started it. I mean, with everybody that you work with and the things that you guys sell, I mean, you guys do just a little bit of everything.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to explain because even I don't even understand what's going on. There's so many moving parts, and we know we're doing something. And because, I mean, obviously it's in the sales and what we're doing. I mean, and everybody's posting about us, tagging us in things. I mean, it's been a good ride, but it's like, what's actually the direction? Is it going to happen really fast? Is it slow? It's been super fast since, a year and a half ago. So, just a year and a half ago, we were just thinking, man, what would be a cool logo for this company if we did it? And now I feel like we're doing it 10 years. It's really weird.
Right.
It's so badass, man.
Yeah.
I think you have the catchiest logo of everybody, to be honest with you.
And I mean, you have to give props to Jordan Johnson for that. I was just going to say that because when my mom's and my father's business. So my father, how this name was started, was a football player and in high school. And from what he's told me, his nickname came from football. His nickname was Gates, which I'm hoping that's the real story. I have no idea what the real story is unless he's lying to me. But he was so good at football when he was a kid that he was basically a gate for holes. He was a lineman. I'm like, cool. That's a cool story, Dad. It's probably something horrible. I don't even know what it is. But yeah. So he ended up getting a nickname down the road named Gator. Well, then they started Gator Graphics. I'm like, that's cool. Well, let's call it Gator Apparel, Gator Graphics. I'll start my line, Gator Outdoors, and we'll have fun with it. Mm-hmm. When we're a family, we're super close, and let's go that route. So that's what we kind of did. Well, in the outdoor industry, a gator eye, especially in the hub of, big whitetails in Eastern Iowa, it's like, there's no gators here. There's not, how's that going to look for a hunting brand having a gator eye? But once you see it, no one forgets what that is.
Right.
Everyone's
It's
got
like
a deer rack logo or this and that in their logo, or you know what I mean, a turkey strut in the background. You know, some kind of logo in the outdoors. Ours is a gator eye.
which is like the predatory of all predators.
Yeah, sure.
Apex.
The
Yeah, look
apex
out.
predator.
Look out, Amazon. We're coming.
You guys are like the outdoor Amazon. I love it.
Well, the thing with that is this is what was tough was you can't afford to pay all these kinds of people and go and scale so big without investors, in which we've never taken any yet. We've had offers. But so what I did was, what can I do, you know, myself with my family that would make sense? And it was to basically get brands on board that you believe in, that you use and sell that way. Because I don't know half the other products and stuff that's coming out with these other companies. So that's why we didn't jump on board with having everybody on the sun and then going fishing and then going trapping. And you know what I mean? It just, you can't, that's just so large. And I mean, it would take so much time and work that it would be, I don't know, it would be tough to do without investors. So,
Right.
Right.
You need a
Yeah.
giant warehouse the size of Iowa just to keep up with everything.
yeah, it would be large, but no. So Jordan worked on a different logo for us on a t-shirt that ended up being a really cool logo for us. It's that Gator badge logo that you see with the two arrows,
Yep.
you know, crossed out. It's really cool. So that's now our Instagram profile picture and our Facebook picture. That is probably the brand I'm going to run with going ahead a lot more. I really love that brand. People love that design on t-shirts. It really makes sense, especially in the archery side of things. But we'll still be using, obviously, the Gator Eye logo. But he killed it with those two designs, and people love them. They still love buying the logo shirts with the Gator Eye on them too. So,
I mean, that's like the kill cap.
yeah, definitely. You know, that's been working well too. But it was kind of hit me hard the other day. I shouldn't say the other day, about a month ago. I was just on a walk in the morning with my now wife. I should say I got married 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Congratulations, bro.
Thanks, guys. And I was just walking with her in the morning with the dogs as I put some more trail cameras out, and we're walking down a little side creek area where it's actually really good for fishing. So it was early in the morning. I mean, it was barely daylight out, and this young kid was sitting there. He had a gator head on, and whoops, I'm actually watching deer right now go by me.
Oh, damn.
There's 4 does. Anyway, he was fishing there by himself, and just kind of caught my eyes wearing a Gator, you know, outdoors t-shirt, and he had a Gator head on. And I thought, am I like, you know, having an epiphany here, sitting here, like, you know, just kind of like, the guy was like, "Hey man, how are you?" I'm like, "Hey, doing really good. You're Gator." I was like, "No, I'm just Wade. You know, I'm just a guy." He goes, "Oh man, I'm on Facebook on time. I'm on your Instagram," and found out he only lives a couple miles from me. I didn't know the kid at all. The coolest thing ever. I didn't know the kid at all. And I was like, man, I got to send him this free t-shirt or something. I never got his address, and I kind of walked by, and Macy goes, what's going on with you? I'm like, I was like, what do you mean? Well, you look like you saw a ghost. I was like, you ever have those moments you're just like, this is cool. You know, you just like, I'm going to remember this for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And this kid bought a shirt, bought a hat, found out his parents got divorced, and no one takes him fishing. I ended up messing with him. And so he goes out by himself all the time. And when he puts on that shirt and stuff, he feels like he's part of something. He goes out. I said, it hit me hard. I was like, man, that's cool. That's cool stuff. It makes it, you know, makes kind of what we do every day feel worthy. So I ended up kind of keeping in touch with him a little bit, this kid. And he made a Facebook post, or his mom did, I think it was, about a week ago. I made that post on my Instagram. He was at homecoming, and that it was like country day or something, or what it was during the day, I guess, at school.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody had to wear like country clothes, and he wore his favorite t-shirt, the Gator Outdoors t-shirt, and she tagged us and wore it. And I said, this kid is badass. I said, he needs to be on the team. He needs to be something. This guy's got a bright future. So I just messaged him, and his mom goes, yeah, you guys would definitely like to take him out sometime. I really don't want to take him out, and he wants to learn how to deer hunt and this and that. I'm like, say no more. It's exactly what we're doing. If this is what we're doing, is helping the youth get involved, that's all I care about. Then if that's the direction that I was led to go, making a few T-shirts and helping kids get out there, let's go that route because there's not a whole lot of people doing that anymore. It's all about shooting big bucks and making your face look good on Instagram and sick of wearing crap. So let's go this route.
I love it. That's so
Dude,
badass.
we could end the show right now,
Yeah.
and I would be satisfied.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there, that's
just
all
like-
it's about.
It's just really been burning me that everything's going on in Instagram and everything else. And I'm not an influencer at all, never will be. And I post some stuff about myself and what I'm doing because everybody wants to kind of know. But I don't know. What's going on in today's world is messed up, and you guys can agree with that. And I just think that if somebody wants to, get involved in the outdoors, help them out. There's not too many people doing it.
Hell
No,
yeah.
not at all, man. And especially nowadays, like there's more. I think there's a lot of people that are out there, and it's kind of crazy. I don't want to go down the kind of fuck it, who cares?
Do it.
So a lot of the things that you generation wise, so the generation that's right now is they're kind of like shitty fucking people, right? Because they're all kind of on the other side and this, that, and the other thing. But the next generation, probably the age that the kid is at, they're all very conservative, and they've kind of they're starting to be back into the outdoors, but they're not having the opportunity because their parents aren't outdoorsmen.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Right.
met a ton of kids, and it probably doesn't make sense because I
No,
don't
it
understand what I'm
100%
saying.
does. So exactly what you're saying was exactly my situation. If it wasn't for my grandfather being an outdoorsman and his grandfather or his father being an outdoorsman, I wouldn't have known nothing because my dad had nothing to do with the outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
I hunted with my dad one time, and if I would have relied on that, it wouldn't have happened. So that's kind of becoming a normal thing. Is the generation right now, their folks are not outdoorsmen.
Correct.
It's always a generation above them. So
Mm-hmm.
any way or anyhow that you can get this generation that's coming up right now in their teens and introduce them to the outdoors, it's critical if we want to keep this thing moving forward.
Yep. And I had, and I mean that one, I'm in the same boat as you as well. I mean, my grandfather raised me basically into a coon hunter, and then it got into, I completely engulfed myself into bow hunting myself. No one else got me into that. I was a big shotgun hunter. I like shotgun hunting, but it's not as a challenge. I wanted something personal on a different level. And that's what bow hunting does for me, and it's completely engulfed me. But when I saw that kid, that put a fire inside me to say, hey, I don't have kids yet. I can't wait till I have kids. But, if someone doesn't push him to get in the outdoors, he's probably not going to be able to keep doing it. He doesn't know what to do, and there's no one to help him. So it's like, if I give him, hey, even if it's just the fact of this, someone shoot a big deer in our local area, I'll call him up. Hey, bud, you want to go and check that deer out with me? Jump in the truck.
Right.
Something small. He can just listen to it and kind of hear about it, and, just the language and what's going on, and probably get an idea of heading out there himself. But even if it's just a little thing. So I'm going to try and do that as much as I can around here. We've been posting a lot of stuff about kids in the outdoors. A lot of people do like it. It doesn't get a lot of good exposure as, a hot chick in Sitka, shooting a booner. It's not going to get that many likes. We get that, but we don't give a shit, dude. We're doing what we love, and it's for the kids. And really, I'm not saying that's the direction we're totally going, but we're going to do a lot more for the youth. I can tell you that right now.
Awesome.
Because in a place and time right now where we're at, it's all about the kids, man. Adults are good to go. We need the kids to get involved.
Well, a lot of them are good to go because they've already gone too far.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
let's face it.
Adults.
If you're an adult now and you haven't got into it, you're probably not going to.
No.
It's very rare that you're going to get an adult to just switch and all of a sudden want to become an outdoorsman. So it's really going to be influencing that younger generation.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that you're on the right path, man, especially with the little guys, they just, I just think it's so touching that you've had that experience, I've had that experience. I had that experience in Harrisburg, man. I was walking down an aisle and this kid walks by me and he goes, yo, you're East Coast Trev. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? But I didn't mean it like that. I was like, and the kid was like, yeah, man, I listen to the podcast, dude. I see you. I'm on all of your social media. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, where's the Modern Assassin? And where's Porn Star Ryan? And I'm like,
Where's Porn Star?
Yeah, I said he's right around the corner. It
Yep.
was just kind of cool, man. It's kind of touching that the younger generation does pay attention to us, which I'm not really sure if they should or they shouldn't, but they do.
That's
They
a
do
good
pay
point.
attention to us,
It's like you said, because last year that was a big hit, and I just don't know why I did it at the time. I just wanted to. During deer season last year, a lot of kill hats were bought. Man, we had so many kill hats bought last year. We had a lot this year bought too, but last year was a really big influx of sales of just hats sold and gear. And we went out. I mean, whatever money that we made off that, I bought more kill hats, had them made. I made a big. What I did was I didn't make it privately. I didn't make it publicly on our pages. I made it privately through my Snapchat or whatever else. That's big enough as it is in my area. So I just said, hey, if anybody locally in the area, within 60 miles of where I live, kills a deer, I don't care how it's killed, as long as it's legally, obviously. I will come out, give them a kill hat, give them a kill shirt, and get their picture, because I want them to remember that moment. Like it's between a couple of my hunting seasons. I don't think much was going on for the rut. I said, I'm gonna come find you. I want to get pictures taken with you guys right now. And I think I did 20, 25 kids. I took off work a few times, drove and saw them, excited as hell. They got their picture. They had the coolest moment in their life. They'll never forget that, and they're hooked, guaranteed.
Yep.
So,
Dude,
they all got
that's
the
awesome.
free hats, they got the shirts and stuff, and I was like, I will do that this year again. I'm going to make a post about it. I can't go all over, just not physically possible, but someday it'd be cool. If you ever get big enough to say, hey, you got one guy in each area, around these parts that can just do that, for the company, and it'd be neat to get the youth involved. But I don't know. It was really a touching moment seeing all these kids get their hat. And I've had people before, hey, where are you at? You got a hat for my kid? Let's check this picture out. Oh, yeah, I'm coming right now. So
That's awesome, man.
it was fun.
You started doing it this year, didn't you? Because you posted a bunch of kid pictures and.
Yeah, I started last year with that, end of last year. Yep. But this year I've started again. And we got a new kill shirt this year and a different colored kill hat. So that's what we did this year.
Yeah, and you got the first kill shirt out recently. So.
Yeah, I did actually. I got my doe actually out of the way. I got another doe tag, and then I got 2 buck tags left for bow season. But
there you go.
You get 2 buck tags?
Yeah, I'm a landowner, so I have 1 landowner tag, and then I have 1 just normal, resident tag. So
I can see
awesome.
the wheels in Trev's head spinning how he can buy that off of you.
Yeah, I did. I'm lucky to be a landowner now, so I can hit my own piece, which I might be using both tags on my piece, depending on how the cards play out. But there's a lot of big deer roaming around my parts right now, so got a couple daytime walkers. So we'll see by the weekend.
Oh yeah, we saw the video. We're all drooling, a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's some big deer roaming around, but like I told you guys before, everybody thinks there's a 140 or 150 behind every tree around here, and that's not the case. I mean, they're hard to find. I always laugh at the working classes T-shirt they got made that says you can't trip into a 150, because that's so goddamn true.
Because even if they are behind every tree, they're not easy to kill.
No, definitely not at all. That's one of my buddies, he started deer hunting. Well, he's shotgun hunting his whole life. Started bow hunting this year. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to throw a camera up my tree stand and I'm just going to kill one. I said, dude, it's not, I mean, sure, you can probably get lucky. We're in Iowa, but I said, it's just, dude, I'm doing it all year round. I've had cameras up since last season. I haven't taken them down. So, I mean, it's a nonstop affair. It engulfs you. It's not just, I'm going to go out this weekend and go. I mean, you can make it that way, I guess, but not for me.
How are you like in the new Tacticam cameras?
The reveals? Oh,
yeah.
I wish I've never had a cellular camera before, to be honest. I did run a lot of the Lone Wolf custom gear cameras the past couple years. Really love the quality of them. They were, no joke, really good cameras. I did buy the reveals because, well, it's a new thing. I just want to check them out. And so I bought 4 of them and have absolutely fell in love with them. The price point is, I don't think they can ever have that price point again. They just can't do it. I mean, was it $115 or something for a cellular camera? Yeah, you can buy the SD card and batteries. I get that, but images, I'm happy with the images. We have US Cellular where I'm at. I mean, the Verizon is here too, but that app with Verizon, I get the photos, nonstop. Actually, the 4 does that just ran by me, I knew they were coming because I got the cameras or the picture sent to me before I saw them. So
That works.
I mean, eventually, you guys know as well as I do, I really think cellular cameras will be illegal. I do think that. I don't know if you guys,
Illegal?
It's going to come and pass. They'll take it off. So what he's referring to right now is if you're running the cell cams on instant, you can enter whatever deer you kill off of it into Pope and Young or Boone and Crockett.
correct. But what I'm saying is, you could have a camera on one side of the farm, the other side of the farm, the other side of the farm, sit in a tree, and you can completely just screw off until you have a picture. Oh, they're coming. Get ready.
Right. Yeah,
That's
and it's
cheating.
going to be the same way as lighted knocks. It's going to be the same way as rangefinders, everything else that, when it came out, it was controversial. But given time, they're going to go, oh, this is just increasing success and
It is.
helping with the conservation end of things.
Yep. And I'll be honest, if it's legal, I'm going to use it. I mean, that's just the game.
Right.
That's just what I think. But eventually, I can see it being legal. I'm not going to have hard feelings for it, but it is a tool I can use right now. And if it gets me closer to shooting a booner or becoming successful, I'm going to use it. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna.
No, don't be sorry. If it's legal and it adds to your advantage, hell yeah, use it.
Yeah, definitely. But no, what you guys said, dude, those cameras, they're lights out. They sold like crazy. I know I made an order, which I don't know why I did that. I only ordered so many units before, sold out before I even got them. Then I'm like, screw it. I got a hold of my dealer here. And I said, hey, dude, I need a shit ton. What do you got? I need a shit ton. He goes, all right, I'll be back. Great. So I took like a bunch of orders, like locally, everybody was coming in, spending money, like, let's take them. Like, yep, all right. They got emailed me back the next morning. Hey, dude, we're done for the year. I'm like, no way.
Damn.
They were completely sold out as fast. I mean, I think in November, we're going to email or something that we can order again for next year. My guess is price point's not going to be the same. I'm not
Right.
sure. I can't say that. Don't quote me, but I don't see how they can keep that price point that way, but good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was what, 100, you said $100, $115?
I think, yeah, 115. I mean, you see them now on Amazon. They're selling for 150, 155. People are just bought and reselling them.
And what's does it cost a month to have them?
So there's different plans. So there's like, I think $5 is like 250 pictures or something like that. And you can have sent to your phone. I did a limited for each camera, and that's like $13 a month, for each one. And I'm not going to miss that. I'm going to spend that and chew in a day. So I don't see
Right.
it. So,
Right.
$13 a month for each camera I don't think it's throughout the whole year, just for the few months I'm going to use them. So,
Yep.
Usually other than that, I'll just have my other cameras up for the rest of the year. I'm not going to keep them up all year round. I don't want my phone dinging all day, but
That's crazy.
Tracking.
Yeah, it's very comparable to all the other ones out there. I mean, spy points are pretty much the same exact thing. Actually, I think they start at $10 a month.
yeah, I've never used Spy Point. I haven't used, any of the Spartan or anything like that, but, US Cellular which I thought was kind of cool. US Cellular actually came out with a new camera, which I got kind of called into their, not their home office, but they have like an office or a place here in my area. And somebody stopped by and look at them, and it was only $20 a month for the service, but the camera was free.
Oh,
So, yeah, I don't know how that works. I didn't look into it too deep. That's what they told me. Each camera, and they're super good quality, and they have like a wrap. So you can use them for like your home if you wanted to, for anywhere you really wanted to use them, obviously. But they come with like a wrap that's like camouflage. But it actually has like, the way I looked at it, had like threading. So it looked like a leaf or a tree with like a shit hanging off of it. Like, this is pretty badass. So I was really looking into it, but I just didn't know like all the details. I didn't take the time to look. It's a phone company, so like, I'm not going to do that, right? So I went to Tacticam instead, but I don't know. Maybe I should try one of them and see how it's like. I don't know.
Man,
Yeah, but it's one of those situations, if you look back, like Vortex, I remember around 2011, when they really first started coming out, you could go get a Vortex 10 by 42 scope turreted custom everything good to go for $115.
Oh yeah.
And the next year it was 400.
Yep.
And you look back and it's like, why didn't I buy 20 of them?
Yeah. Well,
And
it's kind of like we had a horrible storm here where we're at. Derecho, it's called, or Derecho, however everybody wants to pronounce it. We had a horrible like hurricane windstorm come through Iowa, and Cedar Rapids, all these places over here were just devastated. I mean, I think my brother's place had like 70 grand in damage.
Jesus.
Just completely ripped apart. And one thing before that happens is like we should have bought generators because no one had electricity or phones. You had nothing. I mean, it was completely almost lawless for like a week and a half. I mean, there's no phone service, no grocery stores, nothing. Nobody was working. It looked completely different. And I guess that one girl you guys are probably voting for, that Camilla Harris, yeah, she said there was a bunch of floods in Iowa recently. I'm like, God, this is why you guys are not getting voted in.
Yeah. Well,
No floods here. We got literally hit by God's wrath. Like, it's not a flood.
not everyone can have their heels up like she does and keep blood going to their head.
Yeah, I figured you guys were going to vote for her. That's what I thought.
Yeah, us here that live in liberal America up here in the
Big
East
time
Coast.
Biden fans. I figured you guys were.
Yeah. I mean,
She's
we're the forefront of getting rid of them bastards. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I think we'll be all right. But what else do you guys want to talk about? Ask me anything. We're here.
Yeah, no, I mean, so who else do you actually work with at Gator Outdoors? 'Cause I know you, True Timber. I mean,
yeah, we get that. So, I'm going to talk about personally people. Okay, this is
There
the
you
people
go.
that I've
Okay.
actually used recently that really have helped me out big time. So when I first got into what I was doing, obviously I know Kurt and the boys really well. When we first started out, and Jordan Johnson really was the guy that started everything for me, helped me get my brand started, helped me with the logos, the website. I didn't know anything about that. And I think the cool thing was he really believed in what I was doing. And me and Kurt became friends, and that was kind of a good thing we had going on, was the fact that, the trust was built there between us three. So I can't say enough about them guys, but I ended up having a photographer that helped out a lot, named Sabra. She's got her own studio, her own thing going on, and she really helps me out a lot around here. But Johnny Utah, this past year, we became really close. And actually, when I turkey hunt this year with him for his turkey slam, we ended up just becoming friends. And I ended up asking him to get some content for me and some pictures, some photos of products and some lifestyle stuff. And he needed a truck wrapped, and we worked out a deal. And ever since then, a lot of times it's kind of funny how things work, because you're always worried, especially in this industry, is a lot of people want stuff for nothing. And you're worried once you give them that, are they going to be gone? But
Absolutely.
with Utah, he's worth a ton of money. He's got some great stuff. He's with some big people. I can't afford to do that kind of stuff, but also a wrap isn't cheap either. So we both worked out a really good deal there, personal. And the stuff that he does is amazing.
yeah, he's incredible.
Really, the photos he takes is crazy. The stories he has is amazing. The people he sees, and goes visits and does stuff with it are amazing. But I can't say enough about those people that really helped us out, and we're still all close, all together, always talking to everybody. I talk to each one of them at least once a week. I can't, or at least twice a week, probably. So, just them brands in general. We did get the Buckstorm boys on board. We became friends turkey hunting. So they're repping our gear out there, having fun, doing their thing. So that's kind of an area where I know nothing about, the West Coast and what they're doing over there. So, they're repping our stuff. We had some orders today come through from where they're at. And, we're just I kind of want to put my trust into people that I know that are going to help push our brand and not just take me for advantage. So
That's important.
Because as you guys know, that last year I had a few of them people, and
yeah, we know a couple of them.
Yeah.
yeah, you do, and we can
Got
talk
real
about
deep
them.
in that one.
Yeah,
So-
we all did, and everybody knows that, so we don't need to go that far.
So and you have a pretty cool team behind you, and kind of what you've built, like with all of your the local your local team.
I can't say enough
Great
about
guys.
that either. I should say all their names. I think there's a bunch of them, but I mean, from the guys that started from the beginning, I mean, I had Nolan, Jeremy, Jesse, Jenna, I mean, another Jesse. I had Justin, Trevin, I mean, Lance. I can name 1,000 different guys, Kyle, that just really help push just it's kind of nice because locally in a small town, sometimes people get jealous. You think that people get jealous, always doing this, I can do this, I never had that from anybody in my area.
Wow, that's awesome.
Everybody completely 100% was behind me and pushing me. Now, they could say something behind my back, whatever. I don't think they ever did, but they all just pushed me. I mean, and I want to do good for them. So every day I was like, especially their kids. Their kids will wear our stuff, or somebody say, hey, man, I really like what you're doing. The second you're like, man, what am I doing? Someone would say that to me at a gas station. I'm like, you know what? I got to keep going, keep pushing, keep grinding, because someday it's going to be fun. And it's not about money. I literally just want to be a footprint in the sand for someone. That's all I care about. And I think that's going to work. I mean, I think it already is working, to be honest.
Absolutely, man.
But you can't say enough. I don't like the word pro staff. I like the word team because it really is a team of people. And it is what it is. There's no one pro. I don't care who you are. No one's 100%. Ever pro.
Well, everybody messes up when it comes to the word pro staff because it's not professional staff, it's promotional staff. And people don't get that. You're promoting, you're not professional. And when you start calling people pro staff, you realize, hey, you're going to go pimp my gear and I'm going to give you a cutback here or there. So calling them a team, it's like, okay, now you're a part of something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Guys work together. And that's what your team does, man. It's crazy the team that you've actually put together and what they actually do. I mean, you have trappers and fishermen, and I mean, it's definitely a badass team.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's real. There's no one that's not, and that's the cool thing. But I don't even need real people. I told people before, if you just want to support, like if you literally just want to, try to learn stuff in the outdoors and have fun, we can help you. We can do this together. I said, you don't need to be a professional or be a big name. I said, you can do it. Just be who you are and learn. I said, there's so many people like that. We know someone who has tried to be someone who he's not, and have a space of followers that think he's God. Well, that's not the case. If you were just genuine and a learner and proved that to people, you would have gone so far. Mm-hmm. But faking that to people and wanting different things, it doesn't happen that way. So, you just can't. You can't just hunt. Start hunting in 2 years thinking you're going to know everything. That doesn't happen. I've been hunting my entire life. I've learned more in the past year than I have in my entire life, I swear to God. So,
absolutely. 100%.
When I talk to, big people in the industry who've been doing it for their entire life and different things, it's like, man, I'm starting to see where people use less products to kill big deer. Yep. No trail cameras, this and that. I've never even thought of not using a trail camera.
Guilty.
Yeah.
I dove down that hole this year. I said, to hell with it. I'm going back to old-fashioned woodsmanship. And, I mean, Trev got to see it while we were here. I said, hey, here's a piece of public. I've never stepped foot on it. I know nothing about it. Here's a map. Let's figure it out.
Yeah.
It almost makes it funner.
It does. It does. It's probably more special than too, but because you have to use a trail camera. All right, he was here last night. Where's he at right now?
Exactly. Your expectations get warped. You think because you have a picture, you can kill him.
Yeah.
It's almost better to not know and let him surprise you than to know he's there and then be devastated when you never see him.
Exactly. I just think, it's kind of like my position that I'm in now. I'm a financial advisor. I should say basically just an insurance agent as well, but more insurance than anything. But, that's my daytime job and part of Gator Outdoors too now. So, I mean, I'm just swamped with everything. But you learn so much, you train so much, and you become basically, almost everything you feel like. And then these newer guys, they're so fresh. And they're just like, well, what about this? I'm like, well, that's such a good idea. Why can't I think of that? Because they're thinking they're green. They don't know anything. So they're doing it a completely different way. So it is nice to just back up, probably take the trail cameras out of there, just take everything out of there. Stop making mock scrapes and just completely let everything be. Get rid of all the scent, get rid of everything that you put in the woods. Just be a hunter when you get in there. So I can see a lot of people having success that way, and I haven't tried it that way, but maybe someday I should try it.
I don't know. You do pretty well with that scrape stick, dude.
Oh, guys, it's funny because love them guys to death. They're an Iowa-based company too, and I've never effed with it in my life. Just never screwed with with an actual. I've done a mock scrape. Don't get me wrong. I've never used a scrape stick, and I've actually on my property right now. It's roughly 30 some acres, and in this, I put a nice little big time food plot out there and stuck it right in the center. Before I would have thought, why in the hell would anybody ever do that in a million years? When I was younger, like, why would you ever do that? It looks so stupid, sitting out in the middle of the open. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, but boy, the second I think it was last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I put one out, put it in the middle of that big time food plot, made a little mock scrape, put that scrape stick out with a little tree branch, and I'm like, you're supposed to piss on it now?
Yep.
Like, you want me to piss on this? So I peed all over it. I pissed. I had a piece. I think I had 4 beers in me, 5 beers. And I peed all over that damn thing, up and down the stick, all over the goddamn grass. I pissed everywhere. I probably shit on it. I don't even know. Pissed everywhere. And I'm thinking, you know what? There's no way a deer is going to give a cat's ass about this place. This is. If I put a camera right on, I'm like, we'll see what happens. The next day, no joke, 2 does hit it. They pissed right on it. They shit on it. They were all fired up. Then the buck comes out. This nice buck I've been watching. This 140s comes out. He goes over there, just beats a piss out of it. I'm like, why does he hate that thing so bad?
Because
why does he absolutely hate it? And he stops there, pisses on it. He was back 3-4 different times. 6 days later, I killed a buck off that scrape stick.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. A buck's coming right up to my truck right now.
Come on.
Yeah, he's just a little fork. He's a little fork, but he's licking and snorting. Anyway, kind of funny, isn't it?
That's funny. So why don't you describe for everybody kind of what you're doing? So they know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so let everybody kind of know what I'm doing because, they're going to wonder. So I have no reception where I live whatsoever and not a break from anyone. I have just nothing. I mean, nowhere to get quiet from anybody. So I came to my little piece of paradise that I bought. It's surrounded by some really good ground, and pulled my truck up here in the driveway where I can kind of overlook a little bit, but they can't see me. So I'm just having some beers outside the truck and kind of watching the deer, but I don't know why they can't see me at all. I'm not moving. So they must think I'm in a vehicle or part of the vehicle. So it's kind of funny.
It's pretty awesome.
Can't beat
And the
that.
deer so you've seen 3 does and a buck now.
I've seen 4 does and 2 bucks.
Oh, what a sit. That's a fucking sit.
What's funny is there's 4 does that went through here. That little buck right now is kind of just sniffing around and kind of messing around where they just were. So I'm not saying things are heating up yet here, but it's coming fast. I mean, we're 2 weeks out, I think, for some good rut action. Things are moving, though.
Are you seeing a lot of pre-rut action already yet? Like, are they hitting scrape sticks and doing that stuff yet? Or
all my scrapes are opened up right now. Everything's opened up. That's for sure. We had a really good cold snap that first week of October. I'm the type of guy that I always think that, that time frame between, the 3rd week of October to like the 2nd week of November is like always that good time to be out there. But I still think there's some deer that get into heat before some other deer. It's just like an animal. It's just like, whatever. They're going to come into heat before somebody else does. So you really can't control the way things go. But we had that first cold snap the first week of October, and there was a ton of deer moving around, where I've seen. And scrapes are all opened up now, and I'm getting a lot of action between like noon and 5 in the morning, or midnight and 5 in the morning, I should say.
yeah.
And a lot of bucks, but I want that 7 o'clock, 7:30 buck pretty soon. I think that's
So what is the significance of that 7:30 buck?
fast. But yeah, I think that's
What's the significance of the 7:30 buck? You there?
You still with us?
as in what?
There you go.
Well, I mean, it's dark. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So significance of a 7:30 buck. It's still dark till 7 o'clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we're different on time frame. That's why I'm saying
Yeah.
I want to see a 7:30 deer, not a 5 o'clock deer.
Oh, because it's still dark in the morning. They
Yeah.
haven't really daylighted yet, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want
Yeah,
that
I want
daylight deer.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Yeah. No. I didn't understand because 7:30 for me, that's an hour already in the stand. So I'm like, oh, maybe it's just a clarification that deer is definitely going to come
That
during
magic
the
time
morning.
in Iowa.
I
I mean,
I didn't know, man. I just thought I was going to learn something from you.
No, and actually, what I'm saying is, I mean, we got, and as you know, there's gray light and shit like that, but at 7:30 you can see. So
Oh, okay.
7:30, but that's going to get shorter in two. So yeah,
Oh
it'll be
yeah.
closer
Just want
to
a
your
good
time.
daylight morning picture to know that you can move in on
Oh
the deer.
well, my buddy actually Peyton, I just posted him. He had a nice elk shot and in Colorado, and then he ended up getting his. I think it's like a 145 ish buck he shot here. So we were on the drag on that deer. That was a good time. But he's actually he's gonna be filming me so the rest of the year. So that'll be fun.
Oh, that's badass.
Doing that. Yeah, I actually still want to get hold of Chip City, see if he's got a weekend available to pay him to come down and get me filmed up a little bit, just for my own sake, for my kids in the future. That'd be cool.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, but we'll see. Chip said he'd come down, just give him a heads up. So
So is that what Chip does? Chip's a filmer?
I mean, Chip does a ton of different stuff. I mean, photography, filming, but yeah, that guy can create anything. He's just really good at anything he does. So
He's a rapper too, isn't he?
He is a rapper. He's the whitest black man I've ever met in my life.
He
The dude
raps
can
it up.
mix a record. I'll give him that.
He's good at what he does. He is good. I was gonna ask you guys a question too.
Yep.
You guys coming to the Deer Classic next year?
It's the
Here in
plan.
More
As
than
long as
likely.
As long as it's working, I'm there.
Yeah, COVID, right?
Yeah. They're planning for it, right?
Uh-huh.
If it's open, we'll be there. We'll put
Yeah.
it that way.
I just got my booth actually bought, and actually I'm right next to working class, so it'll be a pretty good booth.
Oh geez.
Oh shit!
We're gonna stay away.
Show waiting to happen.
Yeah, I would like to get to Harrisburg next year. I have a lot of people that on your guys' side of the area that are blowing me up, and I said, you know what? Even if I can't get a booth there or something, I can just spit in for a weekend. I might just come over to a booth or two and kind of let everybody know where I'm at, just say hi to everybody. So
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys that buy stuff from us and really rep our shit. I deserve to meet me, so I'm gonna make it out that way, no matter what, if it's a booth or not.
Hell yeah, dude. You can stay with us out there. We
Yeah.
love it out there.
That's home. That's right. Literally exactly in the middle between me and Trev.
That's awesome.
So
Harrisburg's the craziest place in the world, dude. There's no question about it. Like
that show's nuts.
Oh, it's insane, bro. Insane. The amount of people that go there, and it's just nuts. How about ATA? Are you doing ATA this year?
For sure. Actually, I'm doing ATA that hunt in Texas. And right after that, what am I doing? 3 weeks in a row, I got something else going on. I can't remember. But yeah, ATA is right when ATA is, what's the date for ATA?
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I got to look it up again.
It's always the second.
Somewhere in February.
First whole week of January.
Oh, yeah. You're going to go there that late, huh?
Well, you mean in Texas or when?
Yeah, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to, I actually don't even know when I'm going down there for yet.
So Texas has a later season, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you looking to kill down there?
Well, there's there's a lot of different things going on down there. So I have it booked, and we have a guide down there. So we're doing a few different things. So I have to yet pick what I want to do. So buy my tag and everything else. So we're figuring it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's the trick. The game's there. The tags are there. It's getting a place to hunt.
I mean, it's Texas, dude. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want down there as long as you got money.
Exactly.
Actually, you don't even really need money. I mean, half the shit.
You just got to know someone. That's the key.
You don't even need a hog license, do you?
Not for pigs.
I don't think so.
No, it's fair game, open season year round.
Unless
Unless you're going to go down there and take some late action whitetail or get on some exotics, you're fair game, man. Predators and pigs all day long.
Yeah, so that's why I said I really don't know what I'm doing down there, so I don't want to tell you what I'm doing. So
I like it.
You'll see some pics. I probably won't know until I'm actually there. All right, I want to kill that now. What's that cost?
That's a good question.
Oh,
But it would be
January
fun.
7th on the ATA. 7th, 8th, and 9th.
So I'm going to Texas the weekend after that. Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
That's pretty badass, dude.
Yeah, so in Texas, that's like the sweet time. That's
Yeah.
like hunting early rut over here. You know,
Yep.
you got that 60-degree weather.
I've never actually even been to Texas yet, so pretty excited.
Everything's
Yeah.
bigger in Texas.
Yeah.
That's what I
The emptiness, the openness, the other things I'm not going to say.
The women.
Not true. Not true.
No.
True.
I'm not going to go down that route. He's newly married. I'm not going to add that in the picture. No, but the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are a pretty good standard. Just saying.
So, Wade, you got some big plans for this year for the whitetail woods or what?
Yes, I do. Actually, I very much do. It's funny because we have kind of a mess in our group, our team kind of, and I have a few friends, but this is the first year, and I'm not going to lie, I'm having a lights out. I shouldn't say lights out. I have a lot of deer going through right now, and the problem is not one is consistent. That's the only issue. So I told you guys before the podcast started, I'm pretty sure the way it looks right now, I got a lot of deer probably. I bet I got 5 to 6 deer, 7 deer over 150. The problem is right now, I have not seen those Iowa deer that everybody talks about, the 180, the 170. I've not seen anything over that. So, which I know they're around. If there's that many, the thing is, one of my areas I'm in right now with my ground I bought has a lot of deer where no one can shotgun hunt it pretty much anymore. So those deer are growing, and we're already seeing the repercussions from that, the good repercussions. But
Right.
my other private pieces, some of those public pieces, dude, they're really good right now. I don't know. My cameras are lighting up. Some of the guys are like, hey, I'm not seeing much. But just today or last night, some of the guys are like, dude, check this deer. I'm like, wow. So they're moving. We're starting to see them. So I don't know why I have this one spot on mine. I got 5 or 6 different deer just coming through, and they don't stick around. So it's different.
They're in that transition now, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to have them now than having them before, and then now they're moving and you can't find them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the buck I shot last year, I really had a lot of time spent with him for a couple of weeks, so I kind of knew what he was doing. And I'm sure one of them are going to slip up and do that again this year. So that's my plan. But that last year's buck, did I tell you that story last time the podcast last year?
No, I don't. Yeah, actually, you did. Yeah, but we're more than welcome to hear it again.
No. I'm just trying to kind of state the situation I had last year is kind of the same I had this year, but in a different sense. Like, so last year, that buck I shot, I put a scrape stick out on the top piece of one of my properties, and he come out, actually jumped the fence, come at me because I put scent on it. So it was that perfect wind where it kind of went into another draw. He comes running out, snorting, and just going nuts. Well, I'm sitting there with my truck in like a polo t-shirt and jeans from work and spraying this. You know, I don't know what he did. He must have been close enough and just went crazy. He jumped the fence and went nuts, and I had to yell at him and scream at him to get him away because he wouldn't stop kind of messing around. He wouldn't stop coming at me.
Jesus.
He was all just rocking. He's ready to rock and roll. And I'm like, that's the crazy thing about the rut. They're so dumb.
Right.
You know, but yet they're not. So that's the thing. You can be in a tree stand where they, see your shoelace, but yet they come next to your truck when you're wearing a polo, wearing Curve, and Old Spice deodorant. They don't give a shit.
Right.
So it's just what it is. But no, he ended up taking off. Well, that next week, I'm like, man, that guy's gonna die. He about to kill me, so I'm gonna kill him. That sucker. He's only mid 140s, close to 150 bucks. So I was like, I don't care. I'm still gonna shoot that thing. Because I had a story with him, and every single day I was on one side of the property, he was on the other side. I was on the other side, he was on the other side. He chased that doe. I had a tail between my legs. I go back to the truck every single time for about a week until my birthday. And he come out right about almost last light, smoked him, and that was game over. Our house on this property. And he's going front and center right in the door because this is where he lives. So
That's so badass.
he's gonna go right in
dude.
front of the top of the door, and
I didn't realize that you
Yeah.
shot him on your birthday.
yeah, when people walk in, so what's the deer is that? He's not bigger than the other ones. Well, you tell you what, this is where he lives. Yeah, birthday buck.
That's badass, man.
I wish I could show you this video right now. Can I do it? No, I can't. I don't know how to do that. I got two does. Two does in front of me right now, probably 30 yards. My truck. Talking,
Right in front of your
screaming
truck.
at you guys.
Damn.
Put
That's
it in
nuts.
drive and punch it.
A lot of deer walking through here right now. But how about you guys? What do you guys got in front of deer?
Oh, I got all
Yeah,
kinds of
that's my
crazy
truck.
stuff going
Yeah, I
on.
do have one dog leg left.
Oh, jeez. I got a question. Did you get your grunt call yet?
Oh, hell yeah. Actually, I just paid him today before he yelled at me.
Oh.
No, I was so busy and shit, and I got it. And oh my God, it's so badass. And actually, I'm going to make a phone call to him this week. We're going to get some things settled down, and I think we're going to add that to the old website and let people have some Gator gear, Gator grunt tubes from Nor'easter.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They came out that good though? You approved of it?
Dude, I was so stoked when they got that in the mail. I was like, check this out. I was all night long, I was grunting on it, dough bleating on it. And Mason goes, would you shut the hell up? I go, I can't. I said, this thing's the coolest thing ever. She goes, well, it looks like this. So I can't say what that is. on the camera. And she goes, why do grunt tubes always look like that? I said, because. I said, that's what they're used for. And she goes, okay, then. She's gone hunting with me a few times, but man, she gets it, but she also hates it because I'm gone from her a lot, and she doesn't have patience for it. So,
And
but yeah,
you come
Dude,
around, man, and start to understand kind of what it's all about. You know, it
Yeah.
happens. It's
Yeah.
tough.
yeah, dude, no Easter game calls, dude. I would love to get them on the website and get these people in the Midwest kind of eyes opened up on what he's got going on. Those are really good grunt tubes.
Isn't it crazy how he knocked it out of the park with the rubber and all that, and then having the custom side to it?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, with how green it is with a gator eye and all that. I mean, man, it was really cool to get from him. And I was like, man, you knocked this out of the park. And he did like 2 days, which was crazy. But I know he had a lot of time into it because you could just tell. He'd send me little videos here and there. I'm like, dude, you can tell he's just put a ton of time into this call and basically, wanted X amount of for him. I'm like, dude, that's it. Like, come on. Like, you really worked some time into this, but he just loves doing it. He doesn't really care. So
Yeah. That dude is an artist, hands down.
We're so thankful to have him on the team, man. And I've worked with him for years, and some of the stuff that he comes out with, man, like his duck calls and everything else, man, they're just insane, dude. When he sent me the pictures of yours, I was like, bro, you couldn't have done any better. Like, there's nothing better that you could have done. Like, it's the most badass thing ever.
exactly. That's what I was thinking. He definitely filled out the park.
And it sounds like a deer, like a real live deer.
Goddamn sure. I was completely. And I have a lot of people too that make calls too. Like you, Johnny Utah, dude. He's got some badass calls and trick calls and shit like that. And they're all custom. I mean, they're all worth it. Don't get me wrong. And there's some really good stuff out there. If you can't complain, but yeah, he sent me that call. It's like the lime green look to it with the eye. Damn, that was neat.
I can't wait to see the actual finish. I haven't even seen the finished product of it, so it'd be kind of cool. I can't wait to see the finished product of it. But
yeah, I'm actually hoping to. Let me get my thing pulled up back here, my Zoom meeting. But no, I was hoping. My plan is when I shoot a nice whitetail or get something down, is I got a nice lime green lanyard now that my buddy made me, and I want to put that in the photo with the grunt tube. I think it'd be really cool.
it's badass.
Set up Gator and put the logo on the bottom of the picture. It'd be really cool.
So next week,
we're going out. Our temps are dipping big time. I mean, today I think it was 70s, but tomorrow 75, and then it's like a high of 49 Saturday.
Yeah, it takes a big dip.
Northwest winds. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good weekend to be out. Last year I really burned myself out early. I almost hunted every day randomly, just was going nuts. I think I did almost 15 all day sits.
Wow.
kind of went wild. I just love because my better half, she worked a lot of Saturdays, so I had a lot of time. I could just sit in the tree, and I absolutely loved just doing all day sits. I don't know why I can do it. I don't have patience for anything else but deer hunting.
So my question to you with doing the all day sits, like, is there a certain time that you start, like a certain date that you would start doing an all day sit, or?
All right, so for me, there depends. So I would do all day sits on public before it got loaded with people.
Okay.
Is what I was doing at first, and I wasn't burning any of my spots out. I was kind of on public, doing all day sit, and for me, people are like, oh man, it's a long day. It is a long day, but for me, it seemed to just fly by. You know, I don't know why that is, but it flew by. I've seen deer. Like I wasn't not seeing deer. You know
Right.
what I mean? I was sitting there staring at my phone. But you know, I brought the right food with me and had enough water and everything else like that. So it's fine to do, but it is a long grind. But I think for me, it was more of a test if I can do it, especially in different weather conditions. And it was always, you know, by the time she got off work, it was dark then. So I just jump out and get ready to drink beer. So it was kind of nice. I felt like I deserved it to have a couple times, you know, but the all day sits for me, I really never did them until last year. And I was kind of like, I don't know, just was kind of, I don't know, I loved it. So I guess I'm weird, but I also had some good tree stands. So
Yeah.
You had to have a right tree stand to
What
be doing
kind
all
of
the sits.
tree stand are you running that makes it that great of a sit?
So actually last year I had a mixture of different things. It depends on what I'm doing. I'm not throwing a nice stand up on some public. A lot of my public stands that I use were Summit Climbers.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I use Summit Climbers. There's some good straight trees there that I throw up into. I feel like there's just better for me. I'm a big guy.
Right.
I'm not good at. I'm 6'4", 275, 280, probably 290 last year. When I was jumping in the tree. So I'm just a big Iowa dude. So climbing sticks, I mean, and getting and hanging a stand, dude, you're not going to be quiet at fucking 5 a.m. I don't care who you are. You're just a big dude. You're not going to be a feather climbing a tree.
Nope.
So just not going to work. So if I had a climber, you have that one little, you climb slow, go up, you know, you can get it. You get it down to a science. You're not too loud. So that would really worked for me. I ran a lot of XLPs. We are a dealer for them, so I did run a lot of XLP stuff with their sticks that were on permanent sets on my private. So I do like them. This year, actually, I have a few stands. It's kind of funny. I'm not going to say I'm perfect at all, but I do have a few stands this year that I bought were the Muddy, I think they're like Muddy XLs, like the big boy stands.
Yep.
Hang-on stands. With the old, like, they're like $50 sticks, like with the strap around the tree, that like one stick that goes all the way up the tree that go like 25 feet in the air, 20 feet in the air.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I've got some here.
Yeah. So I end up using one of them, just getting everything ready for this fall. And I end up buying a bunch of them. I'm like, dude, I love this setup. You can go high as hell. You get 25, 30 for like them. So as a big guy, I need to be high up. Too fast, and bigger guys stink more, I think. So I sweat easily. So I got to be high up.
It's true, man.
I'm not using a special Lone Wolf custom gear stand, nothing like that. I'm just too goddamn big for that shit, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I just asked because, you know, you're outfitting the working class, so I just wanted to see what a working class guy was using and getting everybody out there. That's all, man.
Yeah, and for especially for me, I don't know if a lot of people do it too, but I always buy new straps every year for my stands. I'm a big dude. I triple, strap them down just because I just feel safer. Not afraid of heights by any means. I do use a harness, but I just feel if I'm gonna sit that thing all damn day, I want to make sure it's rock solid.
You just brought up a very valid point, man, and it's something that I like to talk about a lot. Is safety in the tree. I mean, it's something that's so fucking important, man. Like you hear of so many bad accidents. I mean, already this year. I mean, guys that are saddle hunters, they have kickouts on their sticks and they're falling out of trees, and getting hurt. And then you hear of at least there's a good friend of the working class guys, Kevin Dye. He fell out of the tree and broke his back. And it's just important to make sure that you do buy extra straps and you strap yourself in and wear a fucking harness, because you never know when that time's gonna come, man. We spend a lot of time in the woods, and it's not about if, it's about when.
Yeah, for sure. And I think too, I mean, you have to obviously trust your equipment. You absolutely have to. And I really, I mean, condone this, but with my, I just bought a new, I don't even know what the hell it was. The harness I bought, Spider or something
Mm-hmm.
or another. It was like $80, something like that. It was it's just for bigger dudes. And I used to always have a muddy harness, and someone made fun of me, so I got changed it because I was trying to get ripped on. So whatever, fuck them. Anyway, so I bought this harness, and purposely I got in the tree. I went like 10 feet up, and I let myself hang from the harness. I wanted the trust factor, where I know I wasn't going to break a leg or something. So I legit just kind of like let myself hang off the stand, and my buddies were there. Let myself hang off from the stand, so that way I know what it felt like. I know I can trust in the harness, and it's not just going to break. So that's what I did. And like all my buddies were there and stuff. Obviously, I'm 10 feet off the ground, but I'm now 4 feet because I'm 6 foot, 5, whatever.
Right.
So I'm really not that far off the ground if you think about it. But I let myself hang, and I'm like, cool, I can trust this harness, and I know I'm not going anywhere. So,
It's smart, man.
And to be honest, I don't know if you guys like it or not, but you guys tighten up your harness when you shoot. Say you're shooting at a deer or whatever. I love hanging off the tree a little bit and have that harness tight against me.
I agree. So then you know that it's there, and there's not that fall risk.
Yeah, I mean, you're just
like trip risk,
Yeah, you're just solid the whole time when you shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that.
That's one thing I'm a big time saddle hunter. So is Steven. So like we're always on the tether, so we're always solid on it, but
yeah.
Even when I'm in a harness, man, some of it's all day sits, bro. I bring in a stand and I do that, or I have Summit climbers to do the same thing, but you got to lean against it to solid up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So, man, I got to ask you one question, and this is a normal question that we ask everybody: is what drives you outdoors?
What was my answer last year?
I don't know, because we didn't have this last year.
What was the one last year you asked me a question.
So we had what rattled your antlers? All kinds of stupid shit.
What rattles my antlers this year? Can I say that? No.
Oh yeah, yeah. We
no, we're not getting to that one right now.
What drives you outdoors, man?
I'll be honest. Like I said before, I really think it's the youth. Before it was about me, about my goals, and trust me, I still have a lot of goals. Every year I have goals, but really now, since starting the business, it's been the youth, dude. I'm probably at that age now. I mean, I'm 30, 31 in a week, 2 weeks. So,
well, happy birthday. Hopefully you kill a giant on your birthday, by the way.
Again.
I want to kill a giant this weekend, man. But no, I really think that's the direction I really want to take this thing is the youth. We got to get them involved. I want to do a shoot. I know like Working Class is a super cool shoot you guys were at last year. Mm-hmm. That thing was awesome. I want to have something like that for the kids. A shoot with like bows and targets, and like we can grill out, and the guys, I mean, we still have beers when we're all done, but I still think that, having a shoot for the youth in the Midwest to come to, I don't know. I'm thinking big here, but why the hell not?
No, man. No, you're really not. It's not that big, man. It's not that far-fetched. I mean, you can definitely make it happen. Do you guys have like a youth season out there?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have like a mentor program?
So I don't know if they do or not. I have no clue on that. It's just so green into this. I don't have kids. I don't really have any, nephews or anything that are in that age, so in that bracket. So I don't know. I'd have to ask some other parents and stuff like that what's going on and what they've been doing. They have a lot of they have archery school, like they have the archery classes and stuff in high school, and in teams. Mm-hmm. So which is good. But I still think
I ask about the whole mentor thing because like it could be something that you do too, where you have like a team member bring out a youth during the youth season, or like there's. I don't know. We do it here, like we have a youth season. It's a week long during turkey season, and turkey hunting, obviously, man, it's crazy. It's you want to get someone hooked is to bring a youth turkey hunting, man.
Way to get a new hunter introduced.
Yeah. So that's what I do, man. I go on Facebook and I go, is there any youth in my local area that want to go out turkey hunting during Turkey Day? turkey hunting youth season, and I try and bring out as many as we can. This year we brought out a kid, Josh. The kid tagged out all 3 of his birds in the first week, dude. We brought him out and he hammered on them, and he had the time of his life. Never turkey hunted in his life. Came from a pheasant hunting family, and we got him to go out, and he shot three toms in a week. So it was kind of cool, but I get it, man. I get what the youth is to you, man, and how much it drives you to get outdoors and get them outdoors, because it's definitely a badass thing when you get the youth. I mean, the smiles, the happiness that they have, man, like it kind of brings you back and grounds you to why we all do this.
Yeah, and that's one big thing too. That we don't have enough of is youth clothing.
Oh yeah,
not just on our website, but in general, there's a lot. It's hard to find. And we're kind of working with True Timber right now to get some stuff lined up for the kids for next year, so we can kind of be a good place for kids to get their stuff online or locally here. But we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get that. We're not going to make it. We can't do that. So someone's got to do it for us so we can buy it.
Right.
Why don't you let everybody know where they can find everything? I don't think we've done that yet.
No, we haven't. I figured this everybody just kind of knew, but because I'll tell you what, you guys are a big influence on. We have a lot of East Coast people buy stuff. I mean, it is a big market, and it's a big market that, I mean, we're shipping stuff. I ship stuff today to New York, to Mass, to Maine. I'm like, man, I've never even been there, dude. You know, like, cool. You know, I know they don't have gators there either, so whatever.
Nope.
But no, GatorOutdoors.com. That's our website. Again, Jordan Johnson, Combination Creative, created that website. It's super clean. It's easy to use. We're going to keep adding products to it. We're taking a lot of products off. We'll explain that later. We're going to do some big stuff come December. We're also on Instagram. Please follow us on Instagram. We're not buying likes or buying followers or any stuff like that. We actually have true-blooded people that follow us and comment all the time and message us all the time. So we can't think enough of people that follow us on Instagram, and our Facebook does really well. We can't complain with that, even though Facebook sucks, I think. So,
agreed.
in general, Facebook really sucks. We do get a lot of traction there, though, but that's a dying thing, and Mark Zuckerberg sucks, too, so.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I mean, don't control people's lives because you are a leftist. That's what I'm saying.
Leftist. I love it.
I didn't say group. I said leftist. That's just it's a wide range of different people. I'm not saying that's you personally if you're a Democrat. So.
Well, if you are, you're probably not listening to this. So
Exactly.
Yeah, probably not. But no, definitely follow us on Gator Outdoors on Instagram, Gator Outdoors on Facebook. Check us on GatorOutdoors.com on our website, and just order something. I mean, order just a hat. Give it to a kid, send us a picture. We will post the damn thing. Right now, if you buy a Gator Outdoors kill hat for $20, and what's the shipping? $5-6. Do we have a code with you guys right now? We've always had a code, didn't we?
no, we don't have one anymore. Nope, because now we changed because we're not East Coast anymore. So we need
Make up the code name right now. Let's do it.
Outdoor Drive.
Outdoor Drive 10. Let's do, and it might be too long. That might be too long for the code.
Or you can do
ODD.
ODD 10.
Okay, so this will air when?
Tomorrow.
All right, we'll make the code tonight. ODB 10 is going to be the code for anything, in the store. Doesn't matter what it is. But, yeah, go ahead.
ODD, not OBD.
Oscar Delta Delta.
Well, I've had 6 beers, so it's not my fault.
We'll text it to you later.
I'll text it to you.
We'll make it work tonight, but
I mean, I'm down with ODB as well, but
OBD.
OBD. There you go. How about that?
You're going to mess everyone up. Jeez. ODD 10. Okay.
OD.
So save you.
Yeah.
So save you 10% at Gator Outdoors.
They're gonna all comment, "What's the fucking code, dude? We all tried OBD." Like it's
OBD, ODB.
No, but no, those kill hats right now are gold. If somebody buys one, they kill a deer. It doesn't matter if it's them or a kid or whoever. We're gonna post it. Send us a picture. We'll post it. We send you a free kill shirt. That's part of the hat deal. You buy a hat, You kill a deer, we send you the shirt for free, and we cover shipping. We send it, and then just send us a picture. We just want the love. We want the content. We want to post it. We want to get our name out there. So that's why we're doing it. For no other reason. That's why we're doing it.
Fucking love it.
You buy a hat, you're going to get some shit, dude. You're going to be posted on our page. You're going to get a free T-shirt. What the hell? Where else are you going to get that from a hat? Nowhere else.
It says I killed in last year says I killed in 2020.
19 last year, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 19. That's what I meant. So I killed in 19.
Trev's not even drinking.
It's kind of funny is I wore that thing. So it's a funny story about that shirt. And I don't think I ever told you this, Wade. So I wore that shirt because I wear it all the time because I killed in 2019. And somebody goes, were you in the service?
No way. Why would they think that? I don't get it.
I have no idea. Because it says I killed in 2019.
They didn't take the full context as typical people do today. They read what they want to read and stop.
Yep. So he said, were you in the service? Did you serve overseas? And I'm like, no. Why? And they go, your shirt. And I was like, oh, no. I said, that's Gator Outdoors. I said, they got kill caps. And then if you kill something and wearing their hat, then you get a T-shirt. And they're like, oh, no shit. That's pretty cool.
Not people.
No, they thought that I killed people overseas. It was actually
I haven't done that since 2010.
No, that was in 2010. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That's funny as shit. But no, that kill head has been fun to us. That it's been a great time with that. It gets a lot of kids involved. Especially locally here, kids are always like, "Oh man, who shot a deer next? We can't wait to see who got posted on Gator." It's so fun because everybody's always waiting. Who got one? Who got what? But I mean, kind of cool. Our little kids from our team members this past couple of weeks, they're the ones who've been killing the slobs. So
knocking down.
Dude, they are, and I you have to say it too. You have to give it to them. You have to give them credit because, like, my buddy Jesse, he's one of our main guys. He just got posted today for that True Timber Tuesday. He took out his boy, and he was really mad at him because he's like, you gonna shoot that buck? He goes, Dad, that's the one smaller from last year.
That's awesome.
And Jesse goes, dude, your last year's buck was like a 160. He's like, yeah. He goes, I don't want that one. He's like, all right, you're not hunting for a while. You're gonna learn a few things. Wow. He's like, you can't be shooting slobs that young, apparently. So yeah, it's kind of funny, but we've been having fun with it, and I don't care who it is. We'll post a picture of them and we'll have fun. So
hell yeah, man. You're doing a great thing, man. Keep it up. I
think so.
Really
I think
appreciate
it. We really don't know what we're doing yet, but someday it's going to be all, hey, I know why we're doing it. Look at it. Look what we built. Look how fun this is. So,
right.
And I always tell people too, especially with the clothing quick too, before we forget about the True Timber Camo side of things, my number's listed on the website. So if they have questions, they can always text or call me. Now, don't call me. I have a lot of people calling from the East Coast right now. I'm not sure if they're telemarketers or real people. Leave me a voicemail or text me. Because if I get that number, I'm not going to know who it is. And if I don't answer in time, I have 1,000 people calling me for my real job too. So it's like, just leave me a voicemail, text me, because I can't. It's not going to call you back to a New York number because I know for a fact that's somebody want me to repay my student loans, and I don't want to do
that. That's funny.
Yeah. So what I'm getting.
It. Yep,
for
definitely.
Sure.
Well, Wade, we can't thank you enough for sparing your time driving out from your comforts to the middle of nowhere and have to sit and watch all those deer. I know it's tough, but
it's tough.
We really do appreciate you doing that for us, and hopefully everyone listening got something out of this. What you're doing is incredible, especially the focus on the youth. I think that's something that I think every company in the industry really needs to put emphasis on right now. So my hat's off to you, and we're going to keep pushing this thing. So keep doing what you're doing. And for everybody out there listening, give Wade your support. Reach out. Gators is a great freaking company. You can't do much better. And until then, thanks for taking the ride right here on the Outdoor Drive.